Hey everyone, it's Jennifer with DP Addiction Adventures. And tonight starts the collaboration. I cannot see what you see. Last time I got crucified because I guess I did shadow puppets. But hopefully you can see we are doing Halloween nighttime. Woo-hoo-hoo, spooky. And I decided I'm just going to kit this up and start doing it from scratch in front of you as if I were doing this live, right? So I haven't decided if I want to do this as a premiere so that while we're driving to Traverse City, I can chat with you, see what you think, or if I'm just going to throw caution to the wind, put it up, see what you guys think later. Anyway, this, for those of you who did not see my unboxing, and for those of you in the future, so future subscribers or subscribers of the future, this is from Diamond Art Club. It was a limited edition called Nighttime Halloween. There were 500 of them. And Diamond Painting Journey with Rebecca and I are doing a collaboration during our lives. And I think this is amazing. I love it. It has glow-in-the-dark drills and it has a huge amount of 310s. So I have a feeling I have my stack of trays here tonight. So there's like these little small white ones. There's the Mosfa ones that are kind of the same size, but a little, there's clear, gray, excuse me, my Archer's Arts, and my big boat. So tonight, my big boat, I think, is going to be my friend. Who knows? I also am going back and forth. I kind of want to use this because it is round, and I think it will help me set the scene for what I'm going to be doing. However, I don't know how it works with multi-placers. I have a friend who's testing that theory out. We will see. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use this. I'm going to use my single placer, and I'm going to have fun with you guys, and we're going to chat, sit back, and enjoy this spooky adventure. Okay, so for those of you who do not know what this is called a mesh ruler. It is for circle, you can see that, it's for round, circle, square, for round drills, and it comes in many sizes. I think one comes in like shorter, longer. This is a 31 centimeter. Oh my goodness, can you tell I'm doing this late at night? I love you all. I'm losing sleep. So that's the length of it. Feel free to check out my mesh ruler video that describes how I use this. This for Diamond Art Club, the millimeter, whatever they want to call it, is 141. I don't know what they're measuring in that, but that's what you need for the Diamond Art Club. Now I do have a couple other rounds, and I need the other one, and so I'm going to have to order another mesh ruler. But just lining these up like so, and then picking my choice of weapon. Now normally I would kit this up, but because it's a smaller painting and because I'm just going to be whipping through it, no pun intended, I decided I would work out of these bags for right now. Plus, I just like wanted to spend time with you instead of kitting up, so here we go. All right, just gonna pour these in. And then what I like to do is lay this in the tray gently and off to the side. That way if they fall out, like if I'm not going to kit it up and I'm going to cheat, then that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So hopefully I'm in camera. If I'm not, you guys can joke with me about shadow puppets again. Now I'm going to start this way and move this way because I get dizzy with all these dots. If I were working in the middle, I'd probably work the other way. And then, yeah, I just press these in, and here we go. As far as that's concerned. So I'm finishing up Think of Me, and that's a square. And I think I did a round before that. And then now I'm back to round. So I wanted to talk about a little bit about Halloween. And growing up, we only celebrated Halloween as a trick or treat, get some candy concept. My parents said that we could not pick any costumes that had to do with ghosts or goblins or monsters. It had to be things that were, I don't want to say pleasant, but like no Freddy Krueger or Cougar or whatever characters. So if I find some pictures, I will try to insert them in here for you. But I remember my mother, a picture, I don't remember actually doing it, of me being as Raggedy Ann. My mom made this cute little dress for me, and she made me this yarn hat. If you do hear noises in the background, I'm in my family room, so it's life. Deal with it. So yeah, so I was Raggedy Ann one year. I'll try to find a picture of that. If I don't, I'm sorry. I do remember, because my mom was a pretty good seamstress, she also made me, I was a crayon box. So the fabric basically came in long squares, and you just like bought this much of it, and this side was a crayon set and this side, and then you folded it, sewed it up the sides, cut a hole out for the arms and the head, and then she made a hat for me up here, and I was a little crown. So I'll try to find a picture of that. If not, so sorry. Let's see. One year I was a soccer player. One year I was a princess, so I wore my white Easter dress, and then I don't know if it was my dad or my mom, but we cut a star out of cardboard, taped it to a wooden spoon, and then covered the whole spoon in foil, so I had a wand. And then, I'll tell you, this backfired, but my dad thought, let's tape foil to your black Sunday school shoes so that you have quote-unquote glass or silver slippers. The only problem is foil and tape while you're walking and bending do not go, and so it made it through one house, and then it fell on the sidewalk. So we just picked it up and put it in my trick-or-treat bag. As I grew up, my sister and I went from, oh, this is fun, to let's see how much candy we possibly can get. And we lived in a neighborhood where the block was probably a half mile if you drove around it. And we had 3 of those blocks back to back to back that settled between 2 busy streets. So we were allowed to walk that 3-block radius. And so when my sister was old enough, she and I would S through and try to get through all the houses. And we would end up with, like, this was back when almost everybody handed out candy. We probably ended up with 200 or 300 pieces of candy out of those 3 blocks. And we would be exhausted by the end of the night. But oh my gosh, our dining room was a wooden floor, and so we would lay on our bellies and we'd pour out the candy. And at first, we would divide it up into sections. So you got your Snickers bar, your Milky Ways, your Kit Kats. Then you've got your, Sweet Tarts and Starburst, and then you got your Tootsie Rolls and the suckers. So we would split all these up. And there were a couple candy bars that I did not like. Like, I do not like Butterfinger, but my sister did. And so if I had like 3 Butterfingers, I'd say, hey, I'll give you these 3. And then she would pick 3 candies, the equivalent, okay? That's the key. So if it was a candy bar, you had to trade candy bar for candy bar. If it was a sucker or something that was quote unquote the cheaper candy, you know, it was kind of like money for kids. And so my parents wanted us to have as even as possible. And then when all was said and done, we could pick 2 pieces of candy, and we would put the rest in like these gallon-sized bags to go on top of the fridge. And they'd be put in our lunches over the course of the weeks. And I remember slowly that feeling of heartbreak when now the candy bars are gone. And now all the Twizzlers are gone. And now all the Starbursts, like, it was kind of downgrading your candy until all that was left was, you know, some Tootsie Rolls and a Dum Dum sucker. So then you had, by that time it was hopefully Christmas. All the Christmas candy came out. So yeah, that's kind of how I grew up. And then our family does similar. My daughter was born the week before Halloween, so I remember we were home from the hospital, and my nephew was, I think he was 2 at the time. He just turned 2. My sister-in-law, they came over to our neighborhood because they were living in an apartment at the time, and used our neighborhood. And I remember my brother-in-law, my husband, and my father-in-law, I think, maybe it wasn't my father-in-law, but they were doing something with an Apple computer, like a new computer or something was going on. And I was laying on the couch exhausted because I had given birth, and my mom was there. And that was my daughter's first Halloween. We slept through it. But then, like, as she got older and she could walk, we have pictures of her, you know, being this little fairy princess, and she wanted to be a police officer, so we went and actually invested money so that she could keep it afterwards for a play toy. So we bought her a pretty good quality fabric police officer outfit. Super cute picture of that. I'll put in here for you. She was a shark one year, a recycled shark. My nephew was a shark, and then the year after, my daughter used his and was a shark. She wanted to be an EMT, so my husband went and found a white button-up shirt at Goodwill, and I used black electrical tape for the fronts of the pockets, and there's like black on the shoulders. You guys should do a count of how many times I yawn tonight. So yeah, I helped, and then we had a walkie-talkie, so I sewed that in. So she had a walkie-talkie on her shoulder she could talk into, and she wore, you know, the blue, they weren't latex, but those blue gloves. She had a lot of fun in that outfit. There's one year we went to the mall because I was sick and it was cold and rainy. It's not abnormal for us to get snow before Halloween. And because I was sick, I didn't want my daughter to get sick. So my husband went with his brother, took all the kids to the mall so they could be inside, but yet they could still get candy. And that was the year my nephew, I think, was a robot or something. He was like a, I don't know, they painted this box and he walked around in it. So, yep. Now she's going to be 12, and it's one of those things where it's just about the candy. But last year, I convinced her, instead of trying to make a costume because we were so busy, I was like, hey, I promise. Oh, I think my husband was out of town or had something going on that night. I told her, I promise you I will buy a bag of your favorite candy, because that's how much candy you get anyway when you go out. And this way you can have all of your favorite, and it's just yours. Nobody's going to eat it but you. I'll buy you pizza and we'll rent a movie. And she was like, great. So we were hiding in the basement in our family room, eating pizza and our favorite candies. And so this year she's like, Mom, can we do that again? Like, hey, if I don't have to walk around the neighborhood, sure, I'll buy you a pizza. So that's kind of what our plan is. Yes, this is working out pretty good. So yeah, that's how we celebrate Halloween. How do you celebrate it? What do you guys do? Or do you not celebrate it? I know some people posted they don't celebrate it, and that's fine. You know, my favorite holiday is Thanksgiving. And around Thanksgiving, I'll go into why that is. But that's my favorite holiday. So I have a funny story to tell you, and my husband is in the room, so you might hear him crack up at it, because he's only heard the story through text, not through me actually telling it. So who knows what will happen? But yesterday I get this wonderful text from my husband that says, hey, I did all the laundry, I folded your clothes, and you should be good to pack because we're going to Traverse City. And I had texted him back, oh my gosh, thank you so much. In my head, I thought that the clothes would still be in the laundry baskets down in the basement outside our family room, and then I would just come down and pick what I wanted and pack. Well, I came home late last night, got myself some dinner, watched a little bit of TV, shot a video, and I was just extremely tired, and so I'm like, you know what? They're not going to get home from youth group for another half hour. I'm just going to lay down for a half an hour, and then when they get home, I'll wake up and I'll be present and go moving forward. So by this point, it was dark because, you know, it's getting to be fall. And so I open our bedroom door, and I just like walk in with confidence, okay? So I open the door, just walking in. I don't turn on the light because our ceiling fan we keep on to keep the circulation going, because if our door is shut, it gets a little bit like musty or kind of, I don't know, stuffy. Not musty, but stuffy. And so we keep the ceiling fan on for circulation. But we have a remote, and so if the ceiling fan's on, you have to reach up and hit a certain button in the dark to turn the light on. Well, because I know my bedroom and because I knew I was going to bed anyway, I was like, why do I need to turn the light on? So I just like walk in, and I take one step, everything's fine. I go to take another step, boom, right into this wall of laundry baskets, fall flat on my face on the hardwood floor, and I'm like, what in the world just happened? My brain was on, like, I don't know, it was searching for what in the world, and then finally it computed after a couple seconds that this must be the laundry that he folded. So I'm like, all right, well, meanwhile, the light's still off, right? So I'm in pain and I'm trying to stand up, and I go to back into the bed and just lay down because I had hurt my hip falling. And so I was just kind of going to flop onto the bed. And I go to flop on the bed and I hit 2 more laundry baskets and fall again onto the floor. I'm like, what is going on? Oh my goodness. So my husband's amazing, good Samaritan charity of folding my clothes turned into a death trap for me, and it's not his fault. But the funniest thing is as I'm laying in bed, because I moved the laundry baskets, and I'm sitting there going, oh my gosh. So I text him, and I forget exactly what I said, but I said something like, why didn't you warn me the laundry was in our room, or something like that. So he texted back, didn't you see it? And I was like, no, I didn't turn on the light. And then he said, well, if I'm not wrong, I paid the electric bill. And I was like, oh my goodness, you smart aleck. It was funny. It was like, I wasn't mad at all. But yeah, so he was easily forgiven because there was nothing really I needed to forgive him for. But it just was funny because the first fall, okay, but then the second fall, I'm kind of sitting on the floor, and our dog, Zoe, comes over wagging her tail. And by this point, my eyes have adjusted because by her coming in, the doors opened and light from the living room's coming in. And she's like trying to lick my face and trying to be like, are you okay? I'm just like, ah. Just one of those days. Oh my goodness. So that was yesterday. Today was interesting. It was a long day. I had a lot of clients. Well, I shouldn't say a lot. I was supposed to go to a cultural seminar. It was optional. And I had signed up for it about a month ago. However, my anxiety just kept getting higher and higher the closer the time came. It was going to be a 4-hour commitment. And because I had so much to do, because I've had so many clients and I haven't had a chance to do the reporting and the case noting, and there's some mental health assessments I need to do for some of the asylum seekers. And so finally I was like, you know what? I'm just not going. It's not required. I'm just not going. And I'm telling you, as soon as I made that decision, there was just this peace that went over me. And I spent the next 3 to 4 hours, catching up, case noting, getting organized. And then I was able to, the rest of my day, see clients. So that really helped. I needed that. It's kind of like I needed a client vacation so I could catch up and be a better therapist. And yeah, because my job is not just therapy. It's, doing these assessments, helping with refugee status, different things like that. So it's, you really can't just, one after another, after another, after another. And because the stories are so similar, I like to case note within 24 hours because I don't normally take notes unless I know I'm in a forgetful mood. Then I'll jot some stuff down before I leave. But the stories are so similar, I need to make sure that I keep them in the same correct file. So, all right, we're about halfway done with this ruler, people. We're plugging away. I don't even know what time it is. I don't know when we started, so. So yeah, that was my week, and then we're going to Traverse City for my daughter's soccer tournament. So I work tomorrow, and my husband has Fridays and Saturdays off. So he's gonna pick her up from school. I'm gonna get home by 3. leaving work a little early, and then we'll head on up there. We have a dog sitter. She's all set. The weather's supposed to be nice tomorrow, mid-80s, and then of course we're right by the lake, so it'll be nice and it'll feel cooler. And hopefully I remember and don't get burnt this time. What I usually do is I remember to put sunscreen on for the morning game, but then I forget for the afternoon game, because I usually lay down and take a nap, and then something happens. So, yep. Let's see, what else can I talk about, people? I don't have any spooky stories. I have stories that I know weren't normal, but they're not really spooky. They're just kind of like positively supernatural, in my opinion. But, so, I'm trying to think of what else. Normally I have a tag or something in case I lose what I'm going to talk about. We're still waiting on the adoption front, and it's been difficult, but we went last weekend. There was a pop-up market down the street, and so we went and walked through that and found this really awesome blanket, and it's something I could make if I really took the time, but I was like, so we ended up getting it. It was that really soft, velvety, it's gray, and then it has the little raised dots on it, and it's all velvety on one side, and then inside it's like a light, kind of like this color with a white stripe, and this is the color, this and gray, so I felt like that kind of matched the motif of the nursery. The only problem is we haven't, the nursery is my daughter's old room. She was in there till the age of, well, right before she turned 10. So she moved up there the August before she turned 10, and she turned 10 in October. So her room's super cute for a girl. It's this, the purple is called Purplicious, and it's got this flower mural that one of my good friends put up on the wall and painted herself. And so if the adoption goes through and it's a girl, we're gonna leave everything as is and go with the same purple, and then we'll just add gray. If the adoption is a boy, then while I'm on quote-unquote maternity leave, we will work on the nursery and painting it and changing it. So that's kind of where we're at with that. My daughter's room is a darker version of that. She picked it out, and gray. Her big girl room. She has most of the house upstairs, so our upstairs, we have like a story and a half. So the upstairs is about half the size of our downstairs, and so she has the whole length of the house, and then it's about half the width. But it's huge. It's a great preteen, teenage room because there's so much room for, you know, laying on the floor and studying, or having girlfriends over, different things like that. So, yeah. we talked about moving up there, but I'm like, I don't want to have to go up and down the stairs to go to the bathroom. And also, I don't want to be, I don't want my kid, I want to be between my kids and the front door. So I want to be on the whatever level, I can talk, whatever level the door, the entrance in and out of the house is. As a mom, that just makes me feel better. So, but yeah, so that's that. Let's see. We're going to Nashville soon to a conference. So you might have limited videos from me in October for a little while, but that's okay. I will make sure you're taken care of. Yeah. I'm also super excited. I hope you got to see my unboxing of Hannah Lynn's beautiful diamond painting. That was so super fun. And we're going to continue the collab with Diamond Painting Journey with Rebecca. She's a great collab partner. You guys gotta go check her out. And speaking of collab, if you guys want to go enter onto Instagram, the hashtag of the night is adventurousjourney_, so that underline, DP. So I'm going to leave that right there for you. I spelled it out. It's all lowercase. That's a D, not a C and an L. adventurousjourney_, DP. Don't forget the hashtag. And down below, since it is our wonderful Instagrams. Now, my Instagram is set privacy mode. For you, you have to be approved, but don't worry, I'm approving people. So go ahead and ask to be followed, and then I'll go in and approve you. So, but yeah, we'd love for you to show your work in progress that is a Halloween or fall related diamond painting. If you're stuck and you don't have anything, I know there's one person that didn't have anything fall related. Maybe if there's anything with fall colors in it, you know, even if it's not a fall painting, if it has some reds and oranges and, you know, leaves in it or something, you know, kind of figure it out. You can do it. I know you can. You know, we'll be very gracious. So why are we hashtagging over at Instagram? Well, we are hashtagging because we, first of all, want to see everybody's whips. And we are learning from Rebecca that if you then click on the hashtag, which turns blue after it's posted, then you will be connected to everybody who uses that hashtag and can see everybody's work and progresses and have a lot of fun with our collaboration. Second of all, it is a contest as well. So you are entering a contest for a gift card from Diamond Art Club. And each channel will be giving away the gift cards. So there's 2 gift cards that are available. So you can enter by watching Rebecca's video and seeing what her hashtag is. Or you can enter, and you can enter for mine. So you can enter both. But it has to be on both Instagram pages. So head on over and show us your work in progress. Show us your hashtag, and you can do up to 30 hashtags. So if you're doing another collab or another fall, you know, or Halloween thing, and you need to do a hashtag for that as well, you can definitely do that. Any questions about the rules, please ask Rebecca. She also has her Facebook. I'll put it down in the link. You're welcome to go over and join her Facebook group, join her YouTube channel, and if you do ask me, I will find out the answer. so feel free to ask me, but it may take me a day or two to get the answer. Or if Rebecca comments and answers you, take her comment legit, because basically to find out the answer, I gotta go ask her. So if she's watching the video and she sees your comment and is able to speak to it and answer the question, I give her full permission to do that, because that's basically what I'm gonna do, is go over and ask her. So yeah, I think that's everything. So yeah, I don't have much more to say. I'm super excited to start this collab. I know Rebecca was talking about how this is going to be the 310 life. As you can see, I've been working and we're still working on 310. So I have a feeling you and I will be together for quite some time as we journey. Oh, that one was upside down. That's why it's not smooth. As we journey in this together. I'm so excited to have you guys, and thank you so much for all that you do, all your support, and I look forward to your comments, and I look forward to your work in progresses, and thank you so much for joining this collab. So until next time, be blessed, take care, bye-bye.